Hey, this is Mike with the Benzo Effect channel. We're going to be installing GTA 5's LSPDFR 0.4, and I'm going to show you exactly how easy this is. Let's get it. Welcome back, guys. Well, the LSPDFR 0.4 huge new patch was just released today, a little bit over an hour ago. I wanted to be the very first YouTuber out there to show you how to install LSPDFR 0.4 the fast way, but most importantly, the correct way. And if you want a video that's a little bit step-by-step for beginners, that will come a little bit later, but this is for advanced users only, so please take note of that. Also, if you would like to support the Benzo Effect channel, please drop a like on this particular video, even if it helps you in the slightest. And also, if you would hit that subscribe button, that would be awesome. Let's get started. First and foremost, please install a legit copy of Grand Theft Auto 5, no pirated or cracked versions. When you buy Grand Theft Auto 5, it's going to come in one of two ways, either a Steam version or a retail version. Since most people are going to be on Steam, this is your default pathway right here on the C drive, and this is going to be a default pathway for a retail version right here on this particular C drive. For the advanced users, please note that you could pick a different drive. It doesn't have to be on C drive. It could be D, E, F, G, doesn't really matter. Just make sure, this is where most people fail, is make sure the pathways are correct when launching the game. And then the third thing I want to tell you real fast is to go ahead and make a copy of your Grand Theft Auto 5 folder non-modified, and I'll show you what I mean by that. Is when you get to your particular common folder, please pay no attention to my particular pathway, it's going to be different than yours. You want to make a copy, a clean copy of your Grand Theft Auto 5 folder, and then paste it right here, and it'll show up as Grand Theft Auto 5 copy. Now, you want to mod one folder only. That could be your 5M folder, for example. You can make multiple copies, it doesn't really matter, but you want to have a clean version to play online, and then you want to have a modded folder to play LSPDFR single gameplay, for example, or 5M or whatnot. And then please note, whichever folder you're going to play with, this is where a lot of people screw up and they send me tons of messages. It has to be named Grand Theft Auto 5. It can't be named anything else. So if your mods are in here, for example, like mine right there, you don't want to launch your game from there. It has to be launched from here. So what you do, typically what I do, is just rename the folder to make it look like this. You can name this whatever you decide to do. In my particular, what I'm going to do right now is name it modded. Okay, so it doesn't matter what this is called, but it really matters what this is called. And once again, this is the one you're going to launch from. So always remember that. Next, we're going to download the following: LSPDFR 0.4, ScriptTook latest version, RaidChook latest version, and then you do not have to have a trainer, but I prefer to have one. A lot of people ask me if you have to have a trainer. I prefer to have one just simply because it makes my gameplay a little bit better, but we'll be installing Simple Trainer. It's a pretty good one, but you can install other trainers as well. The next step is to turn off temporarily your Windows firewall or your antiviral software like Windows Defender, McAfee, Norton, AVG. These are just examples. Temporarily turn them off, because sometimes LSPDFR 0.4 is deemed a virus, and then it will quarantine certain files and it will prevent you from launching the game. Pro tip for Steam users, please make sure you are logged into Steam, because it needs to connect to Social Club in order for all the stuff to launch properly. Cool side note, if you go to my description, you'll see a master links page. I have all the essential mods that you need to get this thing to work properly, as well as cool vehicles, and as well as cool plugins and textures and other mods. So be sure to check that out, guys, before you leave. Now I have everything downloaded, and by the way, the links are in the description down below for easy access. Let's go ahead and get this installed. Once again, we're going to go to a clean version of GTA 5. We're going to put this right over here. All right, so we're going to install LSPDFR 0.4. All right, now I like to do a manual installation. In my opinion, it's a little bit easier and it makes it a little bit better. So we're going to open this up, and I want you to copy everything that you see right here. We do not need licenses, so make sure you deselect that. We're going to drag this right into this particular part of Grand Theft Auto 5 folder, just like that. We're going to let that complete. There we go. One little note here, it already has RaidChook already downloaded and is also installed right here. But I want you to get in the habit of overriding that particular rage hook, because sometimes rage hook will update and the LSPDFR, whatever they have on the site, may not be the correct rage hook that you need. So many people forget to do this. I can't begin to tell you. They'll rely on whatever's inside the latest LSPDFR, and sometimes the modders can't keep up with the newest rage hook. So always replace the next one. All right, the next one is script hook. All right, you want to get into the bin folder. Go ahead and select all these. Deselect native trainer. You really do not need that. You're going to drag and drop right into your main folder. Simple as that. And then here we go with the rage hook 0.64. As of the making of this video, please give me a little bit of credit on this, guys, because by the time you watch this video, it may be up to 0.80. So we're going to open this up. We're going to select everything. We're going to deselect licenses and SDK. We're going to grab and we're going to drop it right here. It's going to ask to overwrite several files. That is fine. Okay, we're going to go ahead and replace the files in the destination. Always replaced with the latest rage hook. All right, now this is a simple trainer. Like I said, you don't have to have it. I personally love this thing. And so you really only need these two files. That's it. You don't need anything else. Grab these and literally drop them right into your main folder. And notice right here, you can see it's in your common folder, Steam Apps Common, Grand Theft Auto 5. And we're going to open this up. And this is what I like to do, is we're going to right click on the particular rage hook. We're going to send this to our desktop. Now, a few other things that a lot of people mess up on is they can't get things to launch properly. My advice is to right click and then you can run as administrator. That's one option. My particular version, we probably don't have to do that. And since this is the very first time I'm installing, LSPDFR 0.4, I'm going to see what the fuss is about as far as what we need to do to launch this thing. So I'm just going to double click right here and let's go through the install process. Here we go. All right, this is just a disclaimer. I'm going to go ahead and accept that. First time installation. This is where you really need to pay attention. Back up your game version. So we're going to go ahead and say yes. All done. Okay, so right here is the rage menu. So one little thing that you can do is you don't have to do this, but you can change your console key to a different console key if you want to. I like mine being F4 because I'm used to that. You can also disable permanent version text rendering. That'll kind of take away that rage hook, 0.64 or whatever you have at the very bottom of your screen when you're playing. I personally do not like to see that on there, so I'm going to deselect that. Plugins. If you would like to, you notice that we only have LSPDFR first response. You can go to load all plugins and start up. That's my advice to do, especially if you're installing a lot of plugins. Make sure that you get to this particular screen by holding down Shift. You'll get to the screen and then go to plugins, load all plugins and start up. Notice we're already at this screen, so I'm not going to really bother with that. But if you get in the habit of doing this, load all plugins on startup, when you install a bunch of plugins and things, you will not be disappointed. That will help you a lot. A little bit of a pro tip: if your game simply is not launching correctly in your rage menu, go to game settings, command line switches, scroll down until you see force Windows mode. Click on that, save and launch. That'll save you a lot of grief. We're going to be saving and launching this. And by the way, if you need to get back to the rage menu, all you do is launch rage hook, hold down Shift key until you get to the rage menu. You can always get back to the menu we were just at. We're going to click OK. That's going to go ahead and do our install tutorial video. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and if I helped you in any way, please drop a like down below. And if you're brand new to the channel, welcome guys. Hit that subscribe button as I release daily content in the Benzo Effect channel, and then also stick around for my very first impressions of LSPDFR 0.4. We'll see you next time. Take care.
Thank you for watching Benzo's YouTube channel. Be sure to drop a like, comment and subscribe if you're new. Benzo uploads often, so stay tuned for the next episode.